Welcome back to the Diamond Podcast. It's your boy. It's your host, Nkosi Natito, your host. Host is back. I'm back with another podcast episode. It's been a long time. First of all, I can't find my comfortability. Find a new studio. We have to find a new studio for the podcast. But yeah, welcome to the podcast. It's been a long time coming. We just ended about 11 months of schooling, 12 years of schooling. We are done with school. We just ended it. So my absence, I have to explain my absence. It's been a couple of months since I last uploaded. But we're back with another video, back with more content coming, more podcasts, more consistency, and hopefully more subscribers, more views, and we're gonna grow a better community. But yeah, man, absence. Before we go on to the episode, we're gonna talk about a lot of topics, a lot of stuff. We're gonna be giving a reflection, sharing a bit of stories, and hopefully we can share a laugh and that. And yeah, first of all, hit the like button, subscribe, share with your family, share with a friend of 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 a friend. Just let this community grow, man. We're gonna be growing and sharing great news and have a great community of love and cherishing. So now let's talk about 12 years of schooling coming to an end. 12 years. It feels like unreal that I'm saying 12 years. 12 years of schooling has finally come to an end. I've been going to school consistently for 12 years. I've been occupied with something to do for 12 years. I've had something to look forward to for 12 years straight of my life. And I'm only 18 years old. So the last time I was free of thought, living life softly with no responsibility, no academic pressure, that was 12 years ago. I was 6 years old. And even then I had to go to crash. So actually 13 years of schooling and something to look forward to on the weekdays or not on holidays. So yeah, it's a big shift. But let's break down this year specifically. Grade 12, the biggest year, one of the best years in my high school career, one of the best years period for me as a person, growth wise, everything wise, man, experiences wise, learning wise, and exposure wise, exposure to different people, to different experiences, different scenarios, and different pressures and different obligations and expectations. Uh, Grade 12, the beginning of the year was a refreshing feel because I just came from grade 11 and grade 11 where I purposely needed to park under the radar and actually put in the work and not be like I was in grade 10, because in grade 10 I was exploring everything. I was excited. I was doing so many things. I wanted to start a business. I wanted to do this music, everything I wanted to do in grade 10. And then I was like, nah, I've been doing too much. Let me calm down a bit. Yeah. I've been doing too much. Let me calm down a bit. And then grade 11, it was a quiet year. Then grade 12, I was like, I have to enjoy this. This is the last year. That's when we started doing some content, started doing some everything, man. Some of the greatest things, but most importantly, started focusing more on my academics because grade 11 was not a great representation of who I am as a person and who I am intelligence wise, as I would say. So January, like the first term of the year was amazing because it was a new experience, fresh people. We had a couple of new people in our class, fresh expectations, fresh conversation, fresh everything. It's a fresh feeling. It was refreshing to feel like, you've been in high school for 4 years and never in those 4 years were you the people being looked up to. And finally on this year, we're being looked up to. Like, we are the people that set the standard. We are the best of the best. We by default have the highest set of intelligence, of the highest amount of knowledge, at least in the learners of the whole school. So at that point, you feel a certain oomph in your step. You start walking with a little bit of spring in your step. You start feeling a little bit jolly. Understand what I'm saying? So that's what Term 1 felt like. And then results wise, academics wise, it was also very good because it was a complete and opposite change from how I ended last year. How I ended grade 11. Grade 11, my report wasn't that good. And for example, I'm gonna show you something that, for example, to show you how bad it actually was. Um, for physics, I got level 3 in physical sciences on term 4. And that point, you start questioning, what am I gonna do now? Because the first choice, and it still is now, hopefully, with time, we can still gravitate towards it and chase it and achieve it. And I'm not gonna stop at anything unless I achieve it. I'm gonna fight. But if and when I find something, hopefully I do change my mind or do not change my mind, or I stick to it. But I'm gonna fight till I give everything I have to actually try and become a doctor and become this doctor that I've always envisioned and been inspired by TV shows, people, my own experiences with doctors, and seeing and wanting to have a change and just wanting to inspire more doctors to pursue the field. But yeah, my dreams of becoming a doctor were in doubt at that time. I was like, my life science marks aren't that good. My physics marks aren't that good. Maths marks are not at the level they should be. So at that point, I was even below average. But the funny thing is, the standard was so low in our school. And I'm not gonna diss our school. It's a good school. I'm not gonna say perfect. There isn't a perfect school. Even those schools that are high performing, you might say high performing, but too much classes, it's boring, not enough sport, not too much vibe. You see, but our school was good. But the thing is, knowing that I didn't do that good in term 4, I still managed to be about top 5 in the whole school, in the whole grade of grade 11. I was top 5. So I was thinking, even though it was bad, there was some light at the end of the tunnel. So coming into the new year, there's always this new year, new me. I'm gonna study now. I'm gonna try and do this and this and this. It's always a new feeling, and it's a good feeling to have a new feeling. When the new year comes, people have resolutions, and I didn't necessarily have the resolutions. I just needed to perform at the level I thought I could perform it, and I knew I could perform it. So I wanted to prove to myself that I am capable of what I think I am, rather than just thinking I am this guy who can actually do this but never done it. So I had to, bite down the gum shield and just grind and work until one was so good. It was a surprising result, man. It was surprising in the fact that because I've been get it has become toxic now that I'm getting used to such bad results. I call them bad results, but some learners would appreciate the results I was getting. But in terms of my standard, in terms of what I was used to, growing up, even coming to Bloom, I was used to a certain standard of results. When you did bad, that's when you have a level 5. That type of a level of things of commitment to my academics. So yeah, term 1, to show you how much of a contrast it was. I was so used to getting 4, 4, 4, 4, a 5 at the max in English, and then term 1, grade 12, level 6, 70% on the dot. 6 is a 7 in LO. I mean, the only 2 subjects I was like, I could still improve. I got level 5 in life science and level 5 in accounting. I was like, I have to, I see something. I see my potential. I'm getting into the groove who I actually am. So now I know I can do it. So now there's no more doubt in my ability. There's just, you know, you need to put more volume, more effort so you can actually achieve the best of the best, your best potential. Now you know what you can do. Now you should get to it. And then and then we started pushing through the year and in terms of like personal life, after term one, chilled, nothing hectic going on during term one, just fun. And then we went on when was it? Yes, after term one. Was it after term one? I don't know, but term one was smooth. We had no hiccups, no nothing. Personally, I was still excited, thinking about university. Who am I gonna apply for? I'm gonna apply for everyone. I wanna go everywhere. I wanna try, but are my results good enough? No, because you had to apply with your grade 11, term 4 results, which was my worst results by far. I think by far my worst results by far. So at that point, I have the momentum. I think I did good. I did really good, and I was top three in the whole school, in the whole grade 12. And spoiler alert, I've been top three, term one, term two, term three, term four. So all term three actually, term one, term two, term three. I've been top three, number three of the whole grade 12, which is a very great improvement because the level of learners or the average is also improved. So my results also improved. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that achievement. So yeah, and then term two comes, and term two is a different beast. Because term one, we all know, there's always this theme that goes on. Term one, it's easy, it's things you know, it's not even 25% of the whole syllabus. So you have to be doing good. Unless if you're not doing good now, it's not gonna be good term two. So the real test I knew was gonna be term two. The real test was I knew it was gonna be term two. I had to, and in my mind I told myself, term two, me bro, you have to actually lock in. Because term one, that could happen to anybody. Anybody could get results in term one. Literally anyone. So now you have to actually set yourself apart from what you got to what you think you're worth. So then I started putting a bit of work in, and then I put in the work, and then I maintained a level. I improved in life science and accounting, level six, I think. Improved in accounting and life science. And then I felt good because when you see improvement in the things you want to improve in, is the best compliment to your effort and your ability and your work. Your work actually is the best compliment to your work. If you see the improvement in the things that you want to improve in. So I'm putting in the work, and then I did good. My average is better than term one, which is unprecedented. I did better in term two than I did in term one. My average is at about 72, 74. I don't know. But term two, I'm doing good. I'm like, I could apply with these results. I'm anxious. Now is the time to apply. I'm applying. But the one thing with applying is that I don't like is the admin. I never like the admin. So I think I have to push through it if I'm gonna go into adult life and do some actual adult stuff and pay taxes, what, pay bills, do this, apply online, make sure you pay banking, team, whatever you call it. I think I'm gonna have to do it, but currently it's one of the things I despise of being an adult. Actually, the concept of adulting is very debilitating. So that's the one reason I didn't like the process, because I feel like because my whole life, you didn't have to like put this much effort into what you actually want. So when you have to put so much effort, and your effort always seems like it's not enough, That's what applying felt like. So it wasn't a good thing. It was doubting, it made me doubt, and then I had to apply, and then term two we did good, and then term three, and then term two in terms of personal life, I went through something, uh, a point where I was doubting, but because of all the lessons I learned throughout my life in term two, I kind of shied away from everything personal because I had to block it out. I had to not let it affect my result because my result is the only thing I come to school for. So anything that gonna affect that, I have to let go, and I let go of a lot of things, and I deal with it with maturity, and I became very adulting in that aspect of life, and yeah, and then term three was a different one. It felt a bit weird because it just passed. Term three and term four were very close in proximity because term three I thought, let me put it like this. When you write an exam, there's a certain level of difficulty you're expecting, and I felt like all the exams I wrote good. I felt good in every exam. So after but the results didn't tell the story as it was, and then I realized, oh, you kind of lost a bit of that edge, that oh, we have to do a bit more. So term three, I thought I was gonna get better results than I got. So then that motivated me to grind and bite down and just grind and just keep on swinging. Because term three, the average dropped, but it wasn't bad. I was still, like I said, term one, term two, term three, I'm maintaining a top three level performance in terms of junior secondary school. So at that point, I'm like, term three, the results I expected are not the results I got. So then I got 76, 77 or something, which the only thing I was proud about in term three. And level 6 in life science and the 6 in physics, so many sixes, 6, 7, but anyway, only 1, 7, which was LO in term 2 and term 1. But anyway, in term 4, which was the term that we just passed, term 4 was a term, no school days, just studying, revising, preparing the people for the exams. So then term 4, it was a nice chill session. Chill. It wasn't chill as in rested, but chill as in then I didn't need to go to school. I know what I need to do, and I'm gonna do it. And then I think I know how I feel when I did good. So term 4, I think the results aren't out yet, so I can't speak ahead of time. But I think I wrote good. I wrote good in every paper, and I had a goal, and hopefully I will achieve that goal. And it also ties in with the ambition of the universities. Hopefully, my performance in term 4 will dictate a lot of put a lot of eyeballs. Hopefully, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's not my journey. It's not my way of going to where I want to be. But I'm really hoping I have certain goals. I have certain achievements that I put in place, for my performance in term 4, which was my best performance, and I felt like I had to share my best performance because I felt like this is the last grade. When it's the last thing. Because I always question, let's say example, a UFC fighter, boxing fighter, whatever fighter. They say, oh, I'm gonna fight let's say example, I'm gonna fight in February. It's my last fight, my retirement fight. I'm going out with a bang. I always question their motivation. I question their motivation because if it's your last fight, I don't think gonna do as much work or gonna put as much heart into it because you'll be leaving. You have nothing after that fight to propel to go to transcend to. But now what I understand is about the final fight of your life. you want this to be the thing that people remember you by. You want this to be the best of you, the best example of you. You don't want the last fight of yours, your last fight to be a misrepresentation of who you are. So this, I wanted to be the best version of myself. I wanted to encompass all the 12 years of knowledge I've learned and consumed all over the years. So then I put in all the effort. I put in all the effort and it was nice. And frankly, grade 12 was one of the greatest years of my life, in terms of growing, maturity, friends, laughing, comedy, every single thing at school. And then my community, my social life was at school most of the time because we were at school maybe 7 days a week on some weeks. And it was a great week, great weeks, great year in hindsight. And that's why I took a month off YouTube because I thought I had to, lock in like a month prior to the exam starting. I had to take the time to revise, study, prepare myself to give my best effort, and that's why I took some time off. And I thought I think I put enough of an effort where I think I made myself proud and I justified my absence from leaving the content space for a bit because content was somewhat of a distraction, something that caused me leisure, something that made me enjoy life. And I needed to not enjoy life for a bit. I don't know if you understand. I needed to not enjoy so that I could come out, the best of me could come out. So yeah, that's the year in review. The year was great. The year was great. Welcome. It's your boy Ngosinathi Joy, and I have something to tell you. We have a new segment on our channel called Discovery Sports, and one of the topics we're going to discuss there is why I think South Africa is going to win the World Cup. South Africa qualified for the World Cup in June by the World Cup qualifiers a long time ago, and we have knocked out Nigeria. Nigeria is not going to the World Cup, and Nigeria were always the favorites from Africa to go the furthest in the competition. And I'm going to tell you why South Africa is going to win the World Cup. We have the longest winning streak in Africa. We have the best record, the best defense, the best goalkeeper, Ronan Williams, and the second best goalkeeper, Sipho Chain. We have the best defense, Kosinatis BC. We have the best striker playing in the Premier League currently, Lionel Foster. That is why we're going to win we are going to win the World Cup if we believe, if we have the delusion. I'm going to sell you on this idea if you come on to my channel and subscribe to Discovery Sport. Bafana is winning the cup. Subscribe. It was amazing. And now we go on to the future. The future is bright. The world is your oyster. These are all the quotes you used to hear, especially when you're like, after grade 9, going to grade 10, the world is your oyster. You can be whatever you want to be. Dream big, all these things. Now we have to tap into what is currently happening. It's been a couple of days. Let me put it like this. It's been a couple of days. It's been a couple of days of after the school has ended or the exam sessions has ended for me personally, because there's other people still writing during this time when I'm recording this podcast. But it is my final. Last week Friday was my final paper, and now I'm feeling a different feeling. It's a weird feeling, the feeling of I have nothing to look forward to currently in my life. I don't have anything ahead of me. I don't have nothing to look forward to. It gives me a sense of freedom, but also gives me a sense of uncertainty and like, what am I gonna do? What is my next journey? Or do I need to rest? Do I need to push? And I think I'm gonna choose the route to push. And one thing that's also very interesting, and one thing that has always been echoed around and around and around, is the fact that immediately after my last paper, the reality sink in. I'm actually unemployed. And unemployment is something for all of my life. I've always heard unemployment stats. The unemployment is increasing. The young people are not getting jobs. People are even this story, this headline just stuck in my head. Doctors that are qualified are not getting hired at hospitals. All of these things I hear. All of them, unemployment. People are not having jobs, unemployment. And finally, I'm feeling like I'm gonna need to go and have a job, because one thing about things is about life is that once you sit down, you're gonna sit down for a while. Once you feel the comfortability of sitting down and doing nothing, it's chai. It's chai, boy. It's chai. When you're sitting down and doing nothing, it's chai, because the moment you feel that comfortability of like mahlalela, never. So for me, I'm hopefully gonna keep myself busy and content and creativity and the things that I'm currently doing or I have done in this past couple of days are an example of that. Because now, Chief, I'm just trying to keep myself occupied, because I'm a different kind of person. I'm a person that needs to be occupied, needs to have a goal, needs to be focused. So now I've created goals in place so that I don't feel stuck, I don't feel stagnant, I don't feel like I'm part of the stats or depression or fall into any of that, because I'm a different type of person. I'm always on the go. I feel like I always have to be on the go to maintain a level of sanity or insanity or being crazy. Maybe just that's what it is. So yeah, unemployment. I am very scared about unemployment, but I have hope and belief, and I feel like the unemployment is gonna get better, and then I might find a job. Ideal scenario is I get a job in December, but it wouldn't be the worst case scenario if I don't get a job in December. Because there's a lot of people out there wanting jobs, people who actually have CVs, have actual completed CVs and stuff. So yeah, currently it's not my number one priority. I've found a way to, put other things in front of, thinking about unemployment, thinking about where you're gonna get the money, how the roles are gonna change from at home. You're going from being this kid that used to sleep in the house, eat all the food, do everything, get an allowance, to becoming this guy that is an adult living in your house that does nothing but just eats your food. So, to make me stop thinking about it or change my perspective about unemployment, I'm just going to, start doing things and putting things in front of it and keep myself occupied so that I never feel stagnant or feel like I'm depending on people or taking advantage of anyone, because that's not what I want to be. I want to be someone that is always contributing and helping anyone and everyone with what I can do or what I can offer. You see? Yeah. And yeah, hello. Yeah. Yeah, man, I've always wanted to find a channel that talks about sport. Yeah, man, not just football, like rugby and stuff. Yeah, also cricket and boxing and MMA. Yeah, is there a channel like that? I don't think there is. You see, everyone has this problem. We're all looking for somewhere to talk about sport. And the place that comes to mind is Discovery Sport. Welcome to where sport is going to be talked about and going to be broken down every single day. And I hope you guys will subscribe for this new segment called Discovery Sport, where we'll be breaking down every single sport. We will include every single sport. We do not discriminate. We'll be breaking down cricket, Formula One, rugby, football, soccer, American football, NFL, baseball. The Dodgers just ended. Shohei Ohtani just scored the best. He's the MVP in the baseball league. We're going to talk about all this on the Discovery Sports channel. And I hope you can tune in and show some love, because this channel is going to grow. And this segment is for you. I'm talking to you.
You are that fan, that person that is always thinking about where am I gonna get my spot? Who is talking about every single sport? This is the section and the place for all of those sports. And thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you subscribe. It's your boy Nkosinatito, and I'm here with someone. Who is this? Tell them to subscribe.
Okay, subscribe. Oh, you shit.
Yeah. You see? Everyone wants sport. She just punched me boxing. You see?
We have Dennis's. Speaking of unemployment, I went to church recently because it was my first time at church in a long time. Firstly, I'm gonna explain my absence from the church. It was a 7 week period, 7 consecutive weeks. I used to go to school Monday to Sunday. Monday to Sunday, I used to go to school for 7 weeks straight. This was during term 3, and during that time I couldn't go to church, and I took a break from church, not intentionally, but for my benefit, for Dennis's, for my academics. So I took about 7 weeks off, and then on the 8th week, all the classes ended. Term 3 ended somehow, or the start of the prelims started, so no more classes was in session. So I went back to church for one Sunday, and then I came back, and it was a great atmosphere. Everyone was like, "Yeah, welcome back. It's been a long time. What have I been doing?" I'm like, "I've been studying. I just wrote the prelims. What?" The people are like, yeah, man, you should do it." So the support was great from church. The support was everything I needed, and then they prayed for us, and they prayed and they wished us well for the upcoming exams. And yeah, and then from there I took another about 5 weeks. I don't know, 4 weeks. Let me say 4 weeks. From that week off, from that week to start going to church, and then I took about 4 weeks off because it was the final exams, and I had to lock in. I had to put in the best of myself on all of those papers that I'm expected to write, and I had to put in there self, and I feel like I needed all the time to give that level of effort. And then after that, this past week, uh finished writing on Friday, went to church on Sunday. Great feeling again. Came back, talked to a couple of people. They asked me about what I think my future is, where I think I'm going, about yours, about living at rest, about experiencing things, maturity and living self-management. That's what the pastor said. He he said self-management. He said now is your time. You learn a lot from living at rest. You learn self-management, your own responsibility. No one tells you what to do, so you're gonna have to tell yourself what to do. You have to grow for yourself, and it's gonna be a great growing experience going to university. Hopefully next year after the results, and yeah, and I was talking to my brother, because at church I have a specific role at church. I'm a volunteer slash helper. But anyway, I just help in the church. It's not like a job or anything, but I'm part of the media team. The media team is part of projecting everything, projecting the lyrics, Bible verses, the presentation of the pastor, the sermon, the details that need to be put on, announcements, anything. All of those things, we need to do them, and I'm part of that team. And while I was with my team, we were talking about, yeah, it's been a long time. Where have I been? It's a great conversation. It was so nice to be back and talk to familiar faces and talk to another community. I feel like in this year I had two communities. I had my church community and my school community, which was my entire social life. And my social life consisted, and now I'm left with my church community. Maybe next year I might leave my church community to find another church community, and that's if I do actually leave Bloom and just go to another place, man, place that will accept me. Hopefully, let's cross our hands. Hand on heart, let's hope that it happens. Yeah, it was a great time back, and now talking about the things that I'm doing now, because now it's my first week as an unemployed graduate. I'm joking. As an unemployed student, unemployed candidate. I'm an unemployed candidate. My first week, I decided, because after Friday, I felt it hit me hard, and I was like, I have to plan what I'm gonna do during this time. I cannot be laying down. I cannot just be waking up, rolling into unemployment, rolling into umahlalela. That's not. It's been a long time coming. I've been willing and ready to share my passion with you guys, the thing that I love the most, the thing that makes me skip a beat, like literally. It makes my heart skip a beat every time I think about it. It makes my blood rush, goosebumps keeps on raising when I think about this. And this thing that I love so much, it's about the bars. Yeah, it is. It's the only thing I love so much. Actually, no, that's not the thing. The thing I love so much is the sport. Sport is the only thing. That's why we have a new segment on the channel, on the YouTube channel. Our segment is called Discovery Sports. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you tune in to Discovery Sports. We'll be releasing content about every single sport: football, boxing, MMA, cricket, rugby, any sport you can think about. We'll be talking about it and releasing content about it, because sport brings passion. Sport is love. Sport is the only thing that all of us, billions of people around the world, can relate to. So thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you tune into one of the best shows we ever gonna have. That is called Tell Them. Discovery Sport. So I took some measures. I wrote down a lot of things, planning. So we decided we're gonna start a boxing camp, a fitness camp, a strength and conditioning camp. We'll be growing and keeping up with our fitness during this festive period. About 7 weeks up until my report, I can receive my statement. Statement is not long. It's no longer a report, chief. It's a statement. It's about 7 weeks. So in the 7 weeks, I'll be going through an intense camp. Like I'm preparing to fight someone, like a boxer. Yeah, and today we started the camp, and it was a great session on the first day. First great session. Did a bit of cardio, whole body workout, and then we did about 9 rounds, 9 rounds of shadow boxing, focused combos, themes, footwork, head movement, all of them things. We did a lot of that for today in the morning, and we still have a evening session where we wanna, do some cardio, mostly cardio, to build up that stamina, to build up that endurance, to make sure that we are accustomed to last and become the athlete that I think I am. And yeah, we have new plans. As now that I'm occupied, we have new plans for the content too. We will be announcing, I'll be posting a trailer. The trailer is going to be amazing for my new segment of the Kosinati Do YouTube channel. Kosinati Do YouTube channel will be exploring a different aspect of content. And it's something I didn't want to do, something that I wasn't familiar with. Didn't want to do content that I wasn't too familiar with. Wasn't a thing that wasn't close to my heart. So I chose now I'm going to do something that I love, and that is Discovery Sports. That's our new segment. Discovery Sports coming soon. We'll be breaking down all types of sports that I can get to. We'll be doing previews, reviews, analysis, breaking down games, fights, boxing fights, basketball games, football games, rugby games, cricket games, all types of games. We'll be preparing and breaking it all down on this channel on the Discovery Sports segment. I hope everyone is gonna like this segment and is gonna engage. And I'm gonna have a few guests on the podcast, my few first guests on the podcast. Now that we're going up in life, now that I have the time to book people and do this and this and this, and we'll be having a 7 week, 7 week underground, some sort of documentary, not a documentary, some sort of vlog series on the ground where we'll be following the camp as it progresses and as we see improvement and as we become more skilled in boxing and learn new stuff as we go. And as we go, see how far I can go physically, how far my body can be pushed. And I hope you guys are going to love the content, more content coming. And peace. It's your boy Nkosinachi Do. That was a great episode. Hopefully you loved the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you share, like, subscribe, share to everyone to come and enjoy the episode, man. A lot of more episodes. Every podcast every week going to be dropping every week from now. Every week we'll be dropping a podcast. Every week we'll be dropping a vlog series capturing the camp and hopefully you're gonna have the support for the Discovery Sports segment. I'm gonna say it again, Discovery Sports coming soon. It's your boy Nkosinachi Do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna be back. And I'm back. And I'm back. I'm back. I love it. I love it.